And now it's time for Stordy time. And in tonight's Stordy, it's the story of the Little Papi and Star Trek, the Armoury. That's right, little Pete. Now, you know the mammy? Well, the mammy and the pappy were talking earlier about lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of things. And the pappy said, Mammy, tonight's story will be the story of the Little Papi and Star Trek, the Armoury. And she went, yay, Pappy, hooray. And he went, okay, Mammy. And so, when the Little Papi was a little pappy, he went up to his mum and he went, Mum, do you know what? Since I was 8, I've had more thoughts of genius than what had happened if I was a grown up. And she went, well, I'm glad someone does, because they're clearly not teaching you anything about being a genius at school. And I went, that's what I was saying to Tony, Mum, exactly that. I'm going to go knock for Pauline and Tony and everyone else so that we can play Star Trek, because I've had this brilliant thought. Okay, I'll see you later, Mum. And she went, good, because I'm just about to do potatoes and there's a decent Western on. It's Hopalong Cassidy. And he went, oh, who's that? And she went, I like him. He's really good and he's a good actor. And that's it. And I think it's Randolph Scott. And he went, who's Randolph Scott? What a weird name, Randolph. Imagine if Tony's name was Randolph. Now, Randolph. No one would play with him. And she laughed. Oh, Little Papi, you are funny. But go on, get out my sight. And I said, all right then, say Mum. And I gave her a kiss on the cheek and a hug. And I said, oh, what's for dinner? And she went, what would you prefer? Scouse with lots of HP sauce or roasties? Oh. Well, roasties. And he went, okay, then we'll have roasties. And, I went, and don't forget to give me more than anyone else has ever had on Earth. And she went, okay. See you, Mum. Oh, can't wait. And then he came back. Have we got HP sauce, Mum? And she went, of course we have. You've got half a bottle that you left the top off, and there's the other bottle that hasn't been opened. But we're going to use the one that you left the top off of, aren't we? Yeah, we are, Mum. But it's hard to shake. And she went, don't worry, I'll shake it first. I went, thanks, Mum. Okay, see ya. Then he knocked at Pauline's. Now, Pauline. And Pauline came to the door with her favourite cereal in a blue plastic bowl, and with the Baby Lucia and her dirty cup. And Little Papi went, oh, there she is, all aglow. Mwah. Oh, Pauline, I've got a great idea for Star Trek, a really good one. It's going to be very different, this one. You're going to love it. And she went, oh, okay then, let me just finish the cereal. So Pauline finished her cereal as quickly as she could, and the Baby Lucia finished her dirty cup as quickly as she could. And when they were done, Pauline took a blue empty plastic bowl and the Baby Lucia's empty dirty cup with Mickey Mouse on the side that Joe gave her, straight to the kitchen sink. Then she put her bowl in the sink and she filled the Baby Lucia's dirty cup right up to the brim and came straight back to the door with her hair in a ponytail. And Little Papi went, oh, you did that quick? And she went, yeah, because I'm really excited. I'm going to be at the helm again. And he went, that's right, Captain. That's right. Well, let's go and get Tony. And so they knocked at Tony's and shouted through the letterbox. Now, Tony. And Baby Lucia knocked too. And she shouted through the letterbox. Nee, nee. And Tony came to the door, all excited. And he went, oh, thank God you're here before our Billy came home, because our Billy comes home and he goes straight into the bread cupboard. But guess what? It's Rathbone's gold medal bread. I know. I can't wait. And guess what else? It's Robertson's jam. It's Robertson's raspberry jam. And Baby Lucia went, yay, yay. So he gave Baby Lucia the little heart-shaped jam butty that he made for her. And he had his jam butty himself. And the Baby Lucia ate her jam butty as quickly as she could. And Tony ate his jam butty as quickly as he could. But he left some jam on one cheek and no jam on the other, which meant that he was ready. Then Baby Lucia climbed up and sucked the rest of the jam off Tony's cheek. And he says, it's great. It's like having my own personal human shower. And Little Papi went, where did you hear about showers? And he went, in the baths. And he went, all right. For a horrible moment then, I thought you'd had a shower put in your coal shed. And he went, no, we can't afford one of them. The only thing my mum would put in our backyard to clean us is a hose pipe. And Little Papi said, have you got one of them? And he went, no, but we're getting one. We're going to get a hose pipe to wash the family. Yeah. That way we don't all have to take turns in that tin bath. And he went, okay then. I'm going to ask my mum if we can get a hose pipe. But Tony, come on, we're going to play Star Trek and it's going to be brilliant. You're going to love it. And he went, okay then, okay, great. And he said, right, let's go over to Dolores's and Charlotte's. And so they went over to Dolores's, where she was sitting on the step with Charlotte. And he went, hello girls, where are you? And we're playing Star Trek. And Charlotte went, yay, because we haven't played Star Trek for a while. Wasn't I just saying, Delores, we haven't played Star Trek for a while? And Delores said, yes, you did. You did say that. That's what she just said. And we said, we've got to look our best. And that's why we're both wearing our new tops. And he went, oh, they're brilliant, them tops, aren't they, Tony? So he went, yeah, they're great, them. I'm sure, didn't you have them on yesterday? And Delores said, will you shush your mouth? We didn't have... If we had something like this on yesterday, we'd have said so. We'd have said yesterday, we're going to wear this tomorrow. Have we ever said that, Delores? And she said, no, we haven't. We've never said, we're going to wear this tomorrow. Did we, Delores? So I said, no, that's why they're brand new. So I went, right, okay. And so Delores said, well, if we're playing Star Trek, are we going to play in your backyard? Little Papi said, yeah, and it's going to be brilliant, Delores. She went, okay then. Is Baby Lucia asleep? Little Papi said, no. She's just lying on the floor. She's listening to the ground to see if she can hear ants dancing. And Delores went, and Charlotte went, that's so cute. Baby Lucia. And Delores said, okay, I'm going to go and tell my mum. So Delores went off for a while. Then she came back. She went, right, my mummy said it's okay to play in your yard, but not to get our brand new tops dirty. And I went, no, you won't get them dirty, Delores. But you're going to love this one. It's a very special one. And she went, I can't wait. To my backyard. And so they all went down to the backyard. And then Little Papi said, right, Tony, when you're ready. And Tony said, okay then. And Tony said, and the next bit. Ding, 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 ding. Da 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 da. And Little Papi said, right, thankfully, now we can get started, can't we, Captain? And Pauline said, yeah. So, star days, I'm going to start new star dates from now on. Star days, star date 1, 2, 3, 4, point, star date 1, 2, 3, 4.1. We're in space, It's pitch black, and we only left the earth a little while ago, but we're all dead tired because we've been looking out the windows for ages and watching all these swelling things in space with all sparkly things coming off them. Now, Little Papi, Baby Lucia, have a look on the scanner and see what's going on. And Little Papi said, right, come on, Baby Lucia. And so he went over to the scanner. And Baby Lucia had a look. I was even on it to Pauline. There was insipid on top of his shop. And Tony said, what? And Pauline said, it's okay. She just said that everything's peaceful. There's nothing there. There's no other spaceships. There's no strange things in space, Tony. There's nothing like that. Everything's really calm. And Charlotte went, oh, thank goodness for that. And Pauline said, yeah. And she said, and you know what? I was thinking of getting some hammocks for the ship. And Charlotte went, hammocks? What's a hammock, Delores? Delores said, it's like a net and you tie it between trees and you lie in it. And Tony said, oh, it sounds great, that. And Charlotte went, it is. I'd like to make one. If my grandma made me a crocheted blanket, that would be like a hammock. And we could hang that between the trees by St. John's Church. Tony said, yeah, we'll have to try that. And Little Papi said, yeah, but Tony, here's the thing, right? You don't want to fall off it, do you? So you keep it low on the ground, not dead high up at the top of the tree. And Tony said, no, mine would have to be at the top so that when it's windy, I can swing from side to side. And Pauline said, oh, that sounds really nice. Little Papi said, And then Baby Lucia went, oh, it's already in a puppy. Oh, it's on the tree. And Tony said, what did she say? Little Papi said, she said, she'd like to have a little nest that went between the trees so she could see the birdies. Only the doidy, the birdies. And Little Papi said, and she'd like to give some of her doidies to the birdies. And so he said, right, okay then. And Charlotte went, oh, that's really nice. And Pauline said, right, okay. So they spent the next few hours checking around the ship to see what they could change. Delores, she wanted a nice little dinner table where 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chairs. And she wanted them all in purple because it was the mammy's favourite colour. And then Charlotte said, well, it'd be nice if we had lots of purple things because the mammy would want it to be nice and comfortable. And then Tony and the Little Papi said they'd like to have a train set to play with for when things get boring in space. And Pauline said she'd like a throne chair in her cabin so that she could sit down and think about being queen of the galaxy. And so they all talked about that. And then in the end, Charlotte said, you know, I'm really, shall we have a little nap? And Delores said, a nap? What if something happens on the ship? And Pauline said, it's okay, because we have alarms. If anything dodgy happens, the alarms go off. And Delores said, oh, I didn't know that. And Tony said, yeah, it's our special thing, isn't it, Charlotte? And Charlotte said, it is indeed. And Pauline said, but that's a good idea about having a little nap. We should all have a nice little nap. And Little Papi went, hang on a second. So what if we don't want a nap? And Pauline said, well, you're quite welcome to do what you like. Us girls are all going for a nice nap. And Tony went, oh, right, that's great, that, isn't it? So we get attacked by Captain Jack or the governor, and you're all asleep. And Pauline said, we just want to see what it's like, because we want to see where we want our hammocks. And Charlotte said, yeah, what we're going to do is we're all going to go together and have a little nap in places where we'd have our hammocks when we get them. And so he said, right, okay. And so off they all went. And so Charlotte found a little place where she could sleep. And Delores found a little place where she could sleep. And then Pauline found a little place where she could sleep. And then the Baby Lucia went running along and she went and got Spider. Oh, seen another spider? And so she came riding on Spider's back. Oh, it is a spider. zip it up, it is a bit up, so it is a shot of pie. And he went the spider, climbed up the spout, down in the rain, asked the spider, out came the sunshine, the spider climbed up again. While they were all getting ready and nice and comfortable where they'd have their hammocks, Tony and the little Pappy had some other ideas. Hey, Tony. And he went, what? And he went, we haven't been thinking straight. He said, what do you mean? He said, Tony, it's just us awake on the ship. And Tony went, I know, but I'm not going to go and sleep in there with a load of girls. And he went, exactly. My thoughts, exactly. But you know what, Tony? The Armoury. I'm just going to say it once. The Armoury. This is our chance. Tony said, what do you mean? He said, we wait for them all to make sure that they're all asleep, because they will fall asleep. They were nearly falling asleep just talking about those hammocks. And Tony went, oh yeah, they were. And he said, did you see Baby Lucia rubbing her eyes? And he went, I did, yeah. He said, good. She's got loads of juice in that dirty cup. So as soon as she stops sucking on the dirty cup, we know she's asleep. And so he said, you're a genius. And Little Pop said, I know. I tried telling me mum about it today, but you can't tell mums too much because it's classified. And he went, classified? He went, no, classified. Classified. Tony, it doesn't matter what it is. It's top secret. And it's, oh, okay. And he went, right, here's the thing. We have to check that they're asleep. And Tony said, okay. And he said, we check that they're asleep. We come back and we find some way. There's got to be some way to get into that armory. Then we can mess with the stuff and see what the weapons do. And Tony said, can we keep some of them? The Pop said, what? Don't be soft. Are you insane? Could you imagine what'd happen to you if Baby Lucia found out that you stole one of her things out the armory? And he went, oh yeah. He said, get that toss out of your head, sinner. Oh, there's no robbing, Tony. We're just going to have a little look. So he said, oh yeah, all right. He said, not only that, once we're in, we'll know always how to get in. We'll be able to get in whenever we want. And then we'll be able to say to them, yeah, we'll help you with your hammocks. It's like that time we made the Stordy. What do you mean? The time that Pauline nearly fell asleep on the Stordy when you were pushing on it meant that we could have a nice rest and some sort of threepenny drink while she was asleep. So he said, oh yeah, I remember that. He said, see? So it's the same thing this time. Go and check and see if they're asleep. And Tony said, okay then, let's go. And when he got over to where everyone was sleeping, Little Pop said, oh, all the girls are asleep. And then Tony said, no, they're not. Baby Lucia's still awake. He said, how do you know? He said, listen. I said, what are you doing? Tony said, I don't know, she's singing to that spider. And he went, all right. Oh, come on, Baby Lucia, go asleep. A spider. Tony said, oh, God, that spider's keeping her awake. And Pop said, don't worry, it won't be long. Even the spider's going to go asleep soon. Tony said, hey, the spiders close their eyes when they're asleep. Little Pop said, I don't know. I don't sit there waiting for one of them to go asleep, Tony. It's like watching a wasp go asleep. Have you ever seen a wasp go asleep? He said, no, and I wouldn't want to either. He said, exactly. He said, I think they go asleep with their eyes open, but they can still see you. That's why they sting you when you think they're asleep. So he said, oh, yeah. And Little Pop said, hey, she's gone quiet. Papi said, wait. You'll hear the dirty cup drop on the floor. That way we know she's asleep. Tony went, oh, yeah. Little Papi said, right. The spider's dead still. It must be asleep. And then suddenly they heard the dirty cup drop on the floor. There it goes. She's fast asleep. Tony said, yeah, sure. He went, yeah, let me just check. Yeah, and her arms hanging over the bed with a hand on the spider. And I said, okay, to the armory. And so they went over, and Little Papi said, don't forget, Tony, for God's sake, don't make a sound. And so he said, all right. He said, no, don't forget, as soon as you put your hand past that line, then it's gonna zap you. And Little Papi said, yeah, but it only throws you back. Tony said, it doesn't matter. What if you bang your head? Little Papi said, I don't know why she did that. Why didn't she just leave it so that we could all get the stuff? And Tony said, because she said it was too dangerous for us. And Little Papi said, she's a baby. And Tony said, it doesn't matter. Don't question it. That's what I've learned. And I said, oh, okay. And then we were looking like that at the armory. And then all of a sudden, nee. And he went, oh, Jesus. And Little Papi came down like that. And he went, I did a spider. It's dirty. And Tony said, Little Papi said, yeah, just give Spider some of your dirty cup. Dirty, nee. And Tony said, yeah, I'd like some dirty. And he went, yeah. I did a spider. I did boo-boos. Boo-boos. A boo-boo spider. And Papi said, oh, God, that was close. Tony said, I thought you said she was asleep. What do you mean? Thought it was me. It was you that said she was asleep. Tony said, you said she was asleep. He said, I heard the dirty cup drop. I just said I heard the dirty cup drop. I didn't say she was asleep. Tony said, you did. He went, all right then. God will judge. And he went, all right then. Right, let's go. Oh no, wait. See if she's still asleep. And I said, oh yeah, just a minute. Her eyes are still open, but she's not. It looks like she's asleep. Tony said, look, we can't wait any longer. The others will be awake soon. And Little Papi said, oh yeah. Tony said, look, here's what happens. If Baby Lucia comes up and finds us by the armory, all you have to do is say that we thought we saw Spider over there. And Little Papi said, oh, Tony, that's brilliant. He said, yeah, that's all we have to do. We just have to say we thought we could have swore we saw the spider, but it must have been our imagination. And Little Papi said, yeah, that's what we'll say. He said, no, do one final check. Little Papi said, okay then. Now shush. They're all asleep, come on. He went, all right. So they went over to the armory. And Little Papi said, oh, look at the stuff in there. And Tony said, yeah, look at it. Oh, look, there's those little tortoise thing that she's got to ride on. Little Papi said, yeah, but look at the hammer thing that she's got with all that stuff. Tony said, it's brilliant. Look at the weapons. Little Papi said, yeah. Oh, those blue ones look really good, Tony. He said, yeah. See that grey one there by you? Little Papi went, yeah. He said, I want to go with that. He said, yeah, but you don't want to wake everyone up. The point of this mission is to see if we can get past the barrier. We can worry about messing with the weapons some other time. And Tony said, oh yeah, okay. And Little Papi said, you know why that is, don't you, Tony? And Tony went, no. He said, because you'll wake them up if you try one of them weapons, won't you? And Tony went, oh yeah, shh, okay. Little Papi said, don't forget, if you go on the stepladder, there's Baby Lucia's swords and that vase and an air spade and baseball bat. And Tony said, can you touch them? And Little Papi went, of course you can't touch them. as soon as you put your hand up there, you get zapped. And Tony said, oh yeah, all right then. How are we gonna try and get past the barrier? Little Papi said, well, here's what we do. You look around this side, I'll look around this side. There's got to be some sort of button. And Tony said, oh yeah. He said, of course, because she just walks up to it and grabs the stuff. None of us have paid any attention to how she gets in. There's got to be a button, Tony. Tony said, yeah, okay, I'll have a look. So, Tony went to one side of the armoury looking for a button. I can't see nothing, Little Papi, there's nothing here. And Tony said, Little Papi said, have a look on the top. He said, all right. No, there's no buttons there. And Little Papi said, there must be something. Is there like a little chain thing? No. Well then, is there a switch? No. He went, there's gotta be some way of getting in there. He said, okay, you look on your side. There's nothing here, Little Papi. There's nothing. And Little Papi said, all right, I'll have a look on this side then. Dear me. No, there's nothing there either. So he said, have a look on the top. He said, all right. Shh. No, we can't get in that way. And then Tony said, how does she do it? And Little Papi said, I don't know. He said, okay, it must be at the front. And then Little Papi went, oh, Tony, wait. It doesn't need a button. And Tony said, what do you mean? He said, it recognises Baby Lucia's face. And Tony went, oh, well, then there's no way in, then, is there? He went, yeah, there is. And Tony said, what? He went, we get a Doidy cup. It might recognise the Doidy cup and then open. Tony said, oh, yeah. It's the Doidy cup, that's how she gets in. Little Papi said, exactly. Right, we've got to get that Doidy cup and then we can get in the armoury. Come on. So, off he went. And Tony was there. She's still asleep. Little Papi said, oh, right, be careful of the spider. Tony said, all right then. Tony said, I'll stay here and keep watch. You get the Doidy cup. And Little Papi said, all right. Oh, please don't wake up. And so Little Papi went round and he went. And he looked over at Tony and he went. And he moved a bit closer. And he went, okay, I've nearly got it. And then all of a sudden, the spider woke up. And Little Papi went, and then Baby Lucia got up, Little Papi. And then everybody woke up. Charlotte. And Charlotte went, oh, Little Papi, what's wrong? And he went, it's the spider. Oh, get it off me. And Baby Lucia was laughing. Spider. Ah, Betty. Ah, beat-up. Ah, beat-up. Spider. Little Papi. And the spider went, and then Delores was like, ah. And then Pauline went, what happened? That was a lovely nap. And Little Papi said, oh, I just thought I heard Baby Lucia's Doidy cup drop on the floor, and so I came over to give it back. And Pauline said, oh, that's really thoughtful. And he said, yeah, so I must have woke the spider up on the way. And she went, oh, well, never mind, we're all awake now. Baby Lucia, oh, she's got her Doidy cup. And I went, yeah, that's what I mean, but I didn't know, I couldn't see it. And she went, okay then. I went, right. Oh. Anyway, I'm glad you're all awake. And Pauline said, what did you do while we were sleeping? And she said, oh, we just talked about hammocks, didn't we, Tony? And so he went, yeah. And then Bob said, oh, dear me. Tony said, it's all right. The main thing is we found out, I think we're pretty certain, she gets into that armoury with the Doidy cup. That's what it is. And little Bob said, genius, Tony. Genius. Even I couldn't have thought that one up. And Tony said, yeah. He said, so, as soon as we can, next time, we'll talk to them about hammocks again. It'll make them sleepy. Grab the doity cup and get in it. Tony said, okay, and it'll be good that time. And the Pop said, yeah, and don't forget, we have to make sure Spider is on the other side of her when we go and get the doity cup. And so he said, yeah, that'll work. The end. Now, did you like that story, little Pete? And would you like to be all snuggled up with the Mammy and the Pappy, and with Layla and Freddie and Charlotte and Delores, and Baby Lucia and Spider, and little Joni and her baby, and Marlon and Al and Olivia, to be all snuggled to watch the Stordy of Little Papi and Star Trek, the Armoury? Then that's what we will do. Now, let's give our lovely Mammy a nice love and a hug and a kiss. Come on, Tony, Freddie. There you go. Come on, Baby Lucia. Doity? Yes, you can bring your doity cup. Doity, Mummy? Spider? Spider. Come on, Layla. Come on, Delores. And come on, Charlotte. Now, let's all get nice and comfortable and snug, so that I can say night-night